It's basically fake it till you make it. Right now I'm just choosing to ignore some of them because it's like, okay, now I know that I have this, and then even if you do relapse, it's very important to remind yourself that I have recovered from this, so I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna recover again. If you don't have depression when you start medicine, you're gonna get it. And if you already had it, it's gonna get worse. So that. Hey guys, welcome to our safe space. If you're new here, please feel free to join the family. There's enough room for everyone, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. It means a lot. Please don't forget to like this video, to share, and subscribe if you haven't done that already. So I have a bit of flu. Just in case I keep on coughing, I'm just putting it out there. And today I want to talk about depression relapse. It's something that I have been through myself, and also, like I always say in my sit down videos, that most of the things that I talk about are based on my personal experience. So this is something that I have gone through, and this is just something that I'm sharing with you guys, on how I went about it, how I got through it, how I am still dealing with it. So it's not like professional advice. It's just like based on my experience. I made a few notes, but I don't think I'll really need them. I don't think I'm gonna need them. I'm just gonna I want to make this video really short. Just get straight to the point. So for those of you guys who don't know what depression relapse is, this is when like you get depressed, right? You get depressed, and somehow, I don't know how you deal with it, but I went to therapy, so it worked, and I got fine. And then after a while, again, I got depressed. So that's really, it's like after you heal, okay, not really healing, but after you treat your depression, you go back again after some time. So that's basically that's what it is. And it's something that I have dealt with constantly. And I think this is the first time where I have gone for a really long time and not experienced depression symptoms, where I felt like, okay, you know what, I'm fine, I'm okay, I'm actually excuse me, I'm actually doing this life thing, and I'm okay. So I started, I was, I didn't know I was depressed. Like, some friend of mine actually pointed it out, because of the things that I was saying. And this was in 2016 when I was doing my AS. So, and she suggested that the therapist is a very good therapist. But then my problems are very petty. Okay, no, not really. Okay, what I went to therapy for was petty, but as I kept on going back to therapy, a lot of things were being unveiled to me that, okay, I'm actually they're actually really deep problems, which I still have even right now. I'm just choosing to ignore some of them because it's like, okay, now I know that I have this, and then what? And then what am I gonna do with that information? But anyway, so at the time around 2016, that's when I started therapy, because I was having a lot of low days. So my friend suggested I see her therapist. So I went there, and it was great. I think it was for a few months, and I was feeling so good, like I could conquer the world, everything is fine. Um, and that went on for a long time. I wasn't sad. I finished my AS. I went to A level. Everyone in A level was just going through it, so I wouldn't say I was depressed. I was just heavy workload, but I'm still coping. So I was fine even during my A level. And then it started again. when I started doing medicine. There's this thing where they say that if you don't have depression when you start medicine, you're gonna get it. And if you already had it, it's gonna get worse. So that's what happened. It got worse. And I went back to therapy again. So when I went back to therapy this time, it took a really longer time for me to get better. But eventually I did. I got better. Feeling like I can conquer the world, feeling like everything is fine. Like I am, again. And then again I relapsed. And I feel like for me it was like it started as a very small thing, and then every time I relapsed it was worse. Every time I relapsed it was worse, because even like the last depressive episode, I think I can call it that, it was so severe. It was really really bad, and that was caused by me because I got on antidepressants. I have a video about that. I got on antidepressants, and when I stopped taking them, because I was supposed to take them for 6 months, after the 6 months of me stopping, it got really, really bad. And now the thing is, I then learned, because my therapist or my psychiatrist was like, I need to go back on the medication, and they gave me the medication. But for me, it was also like, which is really not advisable. Like, I always tell some people when they ask me about this, it's really not advisable for you. Like, if your therapist or your psychiatrist tells you that you need to take this medication for how long, and they tell you a way that you're supposed to take them, I feel like you should follow that, because if you don't, it's gonna go like down. So they gave me the pills, and I decided that I'm not gonna take them, because I felt like, yeah, sure, I am stable, but I just got off them. And when I did, I went back to being um, depressed again. So for me, it was just like, what am I even doing? Why am I taking this? Because it's like a short fix. Like, it's just like, yeah, sure, I'm going to take them. And while I'm on them, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to feel like everything is fine. But at some point, I'm going to have to get off them. And when I do, it's just going to be the same thing. So that's why I decided to stop taking them. Plus, I had finished my 6 months. Like, to be fair, I had finished my 6 months, so I didn't see why like I'm supposed to go back on antidepressants. So the relapse after that was really really bad. I was having suicidal thoughts. My thoughts and my anxiety was really really bad. I was having anxiety attacks, like severe ones. Like, it was really really bad. Um, so I had to go back to therapy again. So now it's like 2016, I'm okay. Then I'm not okay. And then, like, so I have relapsed several times. And I feel like this is like the longest time that I've been okay. So which is why I'm actually making this video. Just to share with you guys how I've been okay for like this long time. Because what I learned is that it's very important that when you have a relapse, it's very important to like take note of the things that trigger you into getting to that state. Because the last relapse that I had, it was caused by my results. So that was really, really bad. I think the same time last year. Yes, same time last year. So that was really, really bad. And I just was really depressed. Really depressed. And then I went back to therapy. And at some point for me, just clicked like, you know what, I can't keep on doing this. I can't just keep on going back. Like, I just need to figure out what exactly triggers me and how exactly I can deal with it, which is why I started gym. So I started taking my gym very seriously, and it's very important for you to find like a safety net. Like, find that one thing that helps you to go back to being yourself. When you feel like you're very low, find that one thing that helps you to go back to your normal self. That could be I've tried painting. That could be taking a walk. That could be trying a new recipe. That could be reading more. That could be just basking in the sun. Um, so it really helps to figure out that one thing where you feel like, if I do this, um, I'm not gonna go back to being myself right away, but like, I'm gonna go back to being myself gradually. So I found my thing. I found gym. So every time, because it's also very important for you to be present, like in the present moment. Like for me, it was really hard. Um, sorry. For me, it was really hard to even realize that, okay, I am going back to being depressed because I wasn't living in the present moment. There'd be times where I would be doing things and not even realize that I'm doing things. Like I'm just like, I'm doing this. Now I have to do this. Now I have to do that. Now I have to move to this, and not actually really being in the moment. So that also makes it really hard for you to notice that, okay, I'm now going back to being really, really sad, because is if you monitor yourself and you live in the moment, like you just see that, okay, I've been sad for like a week now, so this is I've been down this road before, and I know where this is gonna end, so I need to do something about it now, rather than not paying attention to your moods, and then you realize when it's really late, it's okay, now it's really bad. So that has really helped me also living in the present moment. I always have to remind myself, even now, I always have to remind myself that, okay, I am here right now. I am feeling this. I am feeling this, and I need to do this about it. So every time I feel like um, I'm starting to go back, I go to the gym, I sit outside, I read books. And I've also changed the books that I read, because I also noticed that sometimes the books that I used to read were really, really sad books, and those would depress me, that make me really sad. And it's not something that people really take note of. It's just like the music we listen to, that you also have to be very mindful of. So I've started changing the books that I read. I mean, I like those sad books. Other thing, I really like those sad books, those African author books. I love them. So for me to not go back to being really sad because of the things that I read, what I do now is I read a sad book, and then I read like a light book. Even though I don't like those light books, I just force myself to read it. So that's how I do it. Because if I just keep on reading the same book, sad, 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 it's gonna make me sad. So even the type of music that you listen to, it's very easy. I think it's very easy for you to just like, what, I'm feeling low today, so I'm just gonna listen to, those low songs. And like, it's very easy to do that, but avoid it, because it just makes you very sad. It makes things worse. So whenever you start feeling low again, it's very important to listen to gospel, listen to house, piano, listen to something that's upbeat or something, but just don't listen to sad songs and make yourself sad even more. Um, so yeah, that has really, really helped me. I think it's very important for you to know that depression relapse, like it's very, very, very common. Like it's very common. So it's really important that when you go into therapy or you start doing things that make you feel better, it's very important that you maintain the same thing, even when you feel like, okay, I'm fine now. um Carry on doing those things. Go to therapy, fine. You don't have to go every week, but like once a month, just go check in. It's just keep on doing the things that you're doing while you're trying to recover, because when you stop, the depression comes back. So I think for me, this video, what I really just wanted to share is how you can see that, how you can prevent it, really, how you can prevent relapsing. So it's just by noticing, like taking note of your triggers and making sure that you take note of your moods. Like I even had this thing, it's like calendar type of thing, different colors for different moods. So when I see that Monday, it's okay for me, red represents, no, I think it's blue, no, blue represents being sad. So now for me, if I keep on saying that, okay, Monday I was blue, Tuesday blue, Wednesday blue, Thursday blue, that's when I say, I have to do something now. So it's very important for you to take note of your moods, like just monitor them, like wake up tomorrow and be like, okay, how am I feeling? I usually take some time, like, how am I feeling? Am I feeling sad? Am I feeling happy? Am I feeling like indifferent? Am I take note of how you're feeling and record it? I think that's what I did. That's what I did. I just recorded how I was feeling, shade into the calendar thingy, and when I see that, it's been blue for a lot of days now, I do something about it. I do something about it. Go out, have coffee somewhere. I just do something about it. I don't just sit, like I go out and do something about it. So it's very important to monitor your mood. It's very important to mind the things that you read, especially Twitter. Twitter is a very, very toxic place. And if you don't pay attention to the things that you read there, hmm, it's gonna backfire. It's gonna be really bad. So I don't really spend that much time on Twitter anymore. I do scroll through and through, and if I see that something is trending, something that triggers me, or something that I don't like seeing, like I feel like it's just evoking sadness and some feelings I don't want to feel, I just stay off Twitter that day. It was very important to mind what you read, what you listen to. If you feel like you're sad, don't keep on listening to sad music. Find something upbeat. Listen to a podcast. Like what? Listen to something funny. I don't know. Just don't listen to sad music. You're already sad. Why are you making it worse? So it's very important to mind the things that you listen to as well. And it's also very important to go back to the things that you used to love doing before you were depressed. I don't know how to explain this. Like even if, because for me, I used to enjoy YouTube, right? I used to love doing it, but then I got depressed and I stopped doing it. So it's very, for me, this is a very important thing, I guess, because I'm like going back to the things that I used to love doing until I feel like I'm back. I love doing it again. So it's basically fake it till you make it, you know. And then what else? Minding your triggers, being living in the present moment, minding the things that you think about, just like living the present moment. And whenever you feel like, okay, now I'm thinking about the past too much, or now I'm thinking about the future too much, I'm anxious about it, it's very important to just keep on repeating to yourself that, okay, I am here right now. I don't know why I'm thinking about something else. I am here right now. I am sitting. It's like it sounds petty, but it's like you have to remind yourself that, okay, I am sitting right here right now. I am sitting here right now on my bed. I am here, and just looking around the room and realizing that I am here. So I'm not in the future trying to figure out what to do, and I'm not in the past trying to beat myself up about something that I did. So that also did help me. And also finding a safety net. For me, it's gym. So whenever I feel like, I'm getting sad or I'm very angry, I go to the gym, and I always feel better afterwards. And also, it's very important, even if you do relapse, it's very important to remind yourself that I have recovered from this. So I'm going to do it again. I'm going to recover again. And you will, you know. And last thing is maintaining the things that you've been doing all the time. Like maintaining the things that you did while you were healing. So even if you feel like you have healed, just carry on doing those things until forever. Until forever. So yeah, I just wanted to remind you guys that you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. Everything's gonna be fine. You have recovered from depression before, you can recover from it again. You know, it's just, it's how the illness is, I guess. I don't know. Okay, I feel like the video is gonna be very long, so I'm just gonna end it here. I just wanted to share this with you guys, and I hope I did share some insightful things or something useful that you guys can use. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I hope this was helpful for you. Don't forget to subscribe and like this video and comment down below. I'll see you guys on the next one.